Hey guys, here with a deck check for our Emerge, um, Gentry Emerge deck. So this deck is pretty straightforward, and it's basically got two big parts in it. You either have small creatures that have some kind of value when they enter the battlefield or leave the battlefield, as in Elvish, Visionary, Primal Druid, Low Dryad to help you ramp up a bit, Pilgrim's Eye, and then Foul Emissary, which is by far the best one. And then the second part is you have big creatures that you want to emerge by sacrificing these small creatures you've played to get some value. Um, you have It of the Horde Swarm that creates two 1/1 tokens when it enters the battlefield or when you cast it. Wretched Griff destroys your card when you cast it, and Last Sweet Lurker with something a permanent, non-land permanent of your opponent back on top of their deck. Um, so that's basically the big gist here. So in the beginning we're gonna try and get some value, and in the end game we're gonna try and get some more value. So that sounds pretty good to me. And then, seeing as this is Gentry, we only have 4 unique rares and up to 15 uncommons. My main deck has 14 uncommons, and I have one in the sideboard. Um, so the rares are Decimator of the Provinces and Elder Deep Fiend, which I think are the two best emerge creatures we can get. And the Decimator specifically is really good. It usually finishes the game once it comes down. And then we have a Sanctum of Ugin to go and find those two using any of our other emergers. And then we have a Nissa. Nissa is basically um, another small value creature. It's like a Pilgrim's Eye, but if you draw it late game, it can be really good as it can flip into the Planeswalker as well. And then, apart from all these creatures, we only have 2 non-creature spells, which are 2 grapples to just buy something back, buy something, either something big that's died, or if we need like another small guy to emerge on, we can get that back as well. So 2 grapples. Not the only non-creature spell, excuse me. We also have 3 Emrakul's Influence. Um, so whenever you emerge something, and this is on the battlefield, you draw 2 cards. So this is really just to keep the cards flowing. If you Once you have this in play and you emerge a creature, it's really hard to lose the game because you just get so much card advantage. Most decks can't keep up with it. Um, and especially, I think against the control decks, you're not that favored, or you're actually not that good. But once you land this and you can emerge 1 or 2 creatures, and they fall so far behind, they can't keep killing all of your big stuff. So you should be fine. So that's our main deck, pretty straightforward. We're running 23 lands, including the Sanctum. Um, of course, for Evolving Wilds, get some fixing, and we mainly need green early game, so we're running a lot more forests than islands. For our sideboard, as you've noticed, perhaps we are not running any removal mainboard, so most of it's in our sideboard. We have 2 Rabbit Bites. I have to test these out. They're probably pretty good once your emerger's there, but I'm not quite sure that's what we need, because I think the biggest problem of this deck is going to be getting our emergers out there. If all our small creatures keep getting killed and they land something big we need to deal with, Rabbit Bite won't do it. So the 15th uncommon slot is Titan Presence, so that we can use one of our emergers to actually remove something. That's already on the battlefield. And then we have some more interaction with Plummets, 2 naturalize effects and a clutch. And then we have a counter suite of 2 dispels and 4 negates to deal with planeswalkers, as they are usually the most powerful thing that you can do in Gentry, and it's always good against control decks to have these. So that's our list. I've only played like 4 games with this, so we'll see how it goes. Keep watching.